The 1973 film The Exorcist had a real-life murderer in it. We all know The Exorcist is one of the most recognizable horror movies of all time. But did you know there is something even more scary within William Friedkin's classic? Arguably one of the most chillingly realistic scenes in the film is when Regan, a 12-year-old possessed girl, is taken to hospital to undergo testing. It's not the scene itself, but the focus is on the actor in the background. His name? Paul Bateson. Paul Bateson was a radiographer and had caught the eye of the film's director, William Friedkin, when he visited a hospital for some research. After seeing Bateson perform a cerebral angiography, Friedkin wanted to include a similar moment in The Exorcist. He asked Bateson to be an extra on the film and act as the technician while the procedure was carried out. But it's not what happened during the filming that is the scary part, but what happened to Bateson after the film is where it becomes a very dark tale indeed. 6 years after his role in the film, Bateson himself was in the spotlight, but not for acting. In 1979, Bateson was convicted of killing film industry journalist Addison Verrill, whom he struck in the head with a frying pan from his kitchen, then stabbed the journalist with a knife to the chest. Bateson was sentenced to 20 years in prison. But before his murder conviction, police were interested in Bateson and believed he was involved in the murders of several gay men in Manhattan, New York. None of the allegations stuck, despite Bateson allegedly confessing to his friend, Richard Ryan. The killings became the basis for a novel, and then the great, but all too forgotten about film, Cruisin' with Al Pacino. A film I will be digging up for the crypt soon. Friedkin, as a way to make up for casting Bateson, made Cruisin', a movie about a cop who hunts down a serial killer responsible for the slayings of gay men at S&M clubs. Bateson was released in 2003 after being granted parole. No information is known of Bateson, but a social security record does show a Patrick F. Bateson with the same birthday dying in 2012. The murders of the men in the 70s Manhattan murders are still no closer to being solved.